Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and I'm back once again, feeling good, feeling better than ever. I hope you guys are doing well as well. But we're here to talk about Michigan football, some news and notes, update, especially recruiting because it's been a wild ride. I haven't been on in a little bit to talk about the guys, but I wanted to wait for some of this news to drop so you guys could get it all at once. So it's not fair for me to have to wait, and then I miss out on something important that I feel like we need to talk about. But with that being said, let's hop right into it. Michigan recruiting, as we all know, has gotten off to a hot, sizzling start in this 24 cycle. And Michigan is on the trail and they're hot and they're feeling good. And this is the way Michigan should be recruiting at a very high level. Top 5, top 10 every year, no matter what. This is back-to-back years getting to the CFP. Recruiting rankings wasn't that great. I know it's not all about rankings, but you need to get a lot of these top 4 and 5 star guys every year to be able to get some depth and to keep it going like a train. Like, look what Georgia's doing right now. Alabama continues to do it. Can't stand Ohio State, but they continue to recruit very well. And as it sits right now, and I'm going off 247, which is my favorite recruiting website, Michigan currently stands at number 3 recruiting class in the nation thus far, with 12 commits, only behind number 2 Georgia and number 1 our hated rival, the Ohio State Buckeyes. But last time I talked to you guys, Michigan was still waiting on the decision of a 5-star quarterback Jayden Davis out of Providence Day in North Carolina, and he decided to commit, yes, to the Michigan Wolverines and Jim Harbaugh and company. A great get our quarterback, missing on Dante Moore, CJ Carr out of the state of Michigan here in my state, decided to go to commit to Notre Dame. So big get for the 2024 class, and we don't know if JJ is going to leave after this season. We'll see. But we got, looks like the future guy in the waiting in Jayden Davis. Then we also added with another 4-star running back out of the state of Ohio, one of the top guys, in Jordan Marshall out of Cincinnati. Really big get for Michigan. I loved it. Then 4-star athlete out of the state of Michigan is Jacob Oden. I think he's going to play in the secondary with Steve Cleanstell being the main recruiter in that. So those are some of the top guys in the class so far, as far skill-wise. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. Michigan continues and always will continue to recruit well on the offensive line. They already have 4 big-time commitments on the offensive line. We'll start with Andrew Sprague, 4-star tackle out of Missouri. Then you got Blake Frazier, 4-star tackle out of Austin, Texas. His dad was a former Michigan Wolverine, so you could see that coming. And you got Luke Hamilton, a 4-star interior offensive lineman out of the state of Ohio. And you got Ben Roback, a 3-star tackle out of the state of Ohio. And as you can see, Michigan is making this point to get into the state of Ohio and to get some of these guys. And it's been very tough. But if we continue to win, tend to go in the state where they produce some good football players as well. Jesse Minter had a very good comment, the defensive coordinator from Michigan, on Michigan recruiting and about how they do things. This is what he said. We're built on the O-line and D-line. Some programs, it's the quarterback and the receivers. Here's the O-line and D-line. That's what makes us good on both sides of the ball. And I can agree with Jesse Minter 100% of that. Michigan continues to clobber the wall in the table for these offensive linemen. And there's still more guys in the wings waiting that they can possibly still get. They're not done yet on the recruiting trail. It's still early. Remember, it's still in the April, but they're off to a great start. And real quick, let's jump to, there's a couple guys making decisions this week. One that is tight end from my home state, Brady Prieston. He's from Michigan, 4-star tight end, highly ranked. He commits on Tuesday, 3:15 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see what happens with that. Then you got Gerard Smith, a defensive lineman out of the state of Connecticut. He just picked up a Michigan offer not too long ago, but he's 6'3", I'd be 240. Defensive lineman, is very athletic. The lean is towards Michigan. That's what everybody's predicting right now. And he even has a twin brother named Jacob Smith who has an offer from Michigan. So maybe if he commits, his brother will commit. So that's just something to look out for, these guys. And Michigan just continues to keep rolling this out. And real quick, I want to bore you guys or be too nerdy out, but I love recruiting and I love just keeping up with this stuff. But I got 5 guys, and I got my own who I really feel like Michigan will get when they decide to commit. But these are my 5 guys, and I believe when they all make decisions, I will come back and talk about that. But one is Taylor Tatum, a running back from the state of Texas. It would be great to get him to pair with Jordan Marshall for the future. Next running back tandem at Michigan. I know they got Cole Cabana, but we'll see what he does. Also, Brandon Baker, offensive tackle, the #1 offensive tackle in the country out of California, out of one of the biggest, most popular schools modern day. Then you got Aaron Childs, a linebacker from the state of Maryland, who I think will eventually commit to Michigan. He's got a visit coming up this summer. Then you got a receiver, Gatlin Barr, and guess where he's from? The state of Idaho. You don't hear that about a lot of guys. And he runs track pretty fast, I heard. So Oregon's in the mix, Boise State's in the mix, Nebraska's in the mix for that guy, along with Michigan. So I think we'll get him. We've been favorites to him. I believe he's taking an official visit soon to Michigan. Then you got Brian Robinson, a defensive end out of, yes, the state of Ohio, I believe from Youngstown. Right now he's crystal ball to Michigan. He's been up here quite a few times. I think Michigan will be able to steal another one from the state of Ohio. Then there's a couple guys I really keep my eye out. One is Bryce West, a cornerback from Cleveland, from Glenville. Ted Ginn went there. There's been a couple guys that went there. Michigan's never got a guy out of Cleveland, so we'll see. And then you got Aaron Scott, another corner, long and lanky. I believe he's out of Springfield, Ohio. So I just want Michigan to be able to get some more corner depth as well. I know they got some good guys in right now. Cameron Calhoun, the freshman. We got the star stud and Will Johnson. But we'll see what happens. So I like where they're at right now. Sitting at number 3. Let's keep it rolling, keep it moving. And now, let's talk about real quick. And as we all know how college football goes, the transfer portal reopened after from April 15th to April 30th. We still have a few more days left, a little less than a week. But Michigan had three notable guys enter the portal, and this is no surprise. One is A.J. Henning. He was about to go into his senior year. A.J. came on campus highly recruited out of the state of Illinois. He didn't really get a lot of action at receiver as what he was supposed to be, but he was our main special team guy. Kick return, punt return, very explosive on that terms. But we'll see who we can replace him with, whether it's a Roman Wilson, Samaj Morgan. But A.J. Henning posted, he had a nice little post on his Twitter page. I'll put it up here so you guys can see right here. He's forever thankful. I'm thankful for what he did for the program. A.J. was a good guy, man. I wish him nothing but the best and success wherever he decides to go. And now let's go over to Nakai Hillgreen, a linebacker who in 21 played great for Michigan. Started 6 games with the former defensive coordinator. But last year missed the whole 2022 season with an undisclosed injury because, you know, Jim Harbaugh Ball Company do not like to disclose these injuries. So, like I said, wish him well, wish 41 the best, and on to big things for him. And then we got R.J. Moten, a former safety out of the 2020 class, 4-star. He even had 10 starts last season, but he had a team-high 8 missed tackles. And I think with RJ, the big problem was Michigan is so deep at safety, and his snaps started to decrease, especially with Makari Page, Rob Moore really being the big tandem. And then Michigan is really deep at safety as well with some notable guys like Zeke Berry, Keon Sabb, Quentin Johnson. So I just think the depth was a factor for RJ there, and he decides to transfer. He's from the state of New Jersey, so let's see where it goes. But like I said, I wish him nothing but the best. Spring is really over, guys, for Michigan right now, and all we can do is sit back, watch recruiting, let the guys work out this summer, get better, and get ready for fall camp, man. I'm craving football. I know spring is over, but it's always news coming out of Michigan football, and I'm excited for this upcoming season, man. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see what the boys do. Boys, want to give you guys a little update. It's always go blue, it's always go blue, baby. You know what time it is, so I'm expecting big things. Let's keep it up. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.